Clearly people are here for the horses, they're also here for the bourbon. Those two things can sometimes go together very nicely if you find yourself enjoying a fine Kentucky bourbon while at the racetrack. As no surprise, having these fantastic horse farms and a lot of really outstanding outdoor adventure in our city, we are really busy April through October. That's what we call the peak tourism season. We have noticed that we are starting to extend that peak season from March and November both. So any time that we have some of that lovely weather that we're famous for, we are going to be busy with visitors in the city.
You know, horses and bourbon, right? That's what we do here in Central Kentucky. And to be able to allow people in is a powerful thing. I've seen that firsthand, you know, giving tours myself as a college intern. You know, having little kids be able to feed peppermints and get up close and personal with horses, you know, it was powerful for me as a kid, and I see how powerful it is when guests come onto the farms. And it continues to allow us to have that social license to operate as a business here.
We have visitors coming to the distillery all the time for a number of different reasons. A lot of time it's the horses that bring people to Kentucky, and then they're here for horses, but hey, we make bourbon as well, so they'll stop by the distillery. We do complimentary tastings and tours, so it's a good way for them to experience the bourbon industry while they're in town.
Kind of look at general admission ticket sales for Keeneland. About 60% of those are out-of-state folks. So, you know, when we began to start out with, you know, the ticketing process some months before, you know, we begin the race meet, they sell out quite quickly. Like, for instance, this year, those tickets were sold within 9 minutes of, you know, opening that for the entire race meet here in the spring.
So the Kentucky Horse Park is a major tourism attraction. You know, we've got 3 unique components. We've got an office park, we've got competition, and then we've got tourists up front. Since March 15th, we've had guests from all 50 states come visit the horse park. Of those guests, 69% are first-time visitors, and those that book a hotel or Airbnb or VRBO stay on average of about 3.25 nights here in Central Kentucky. So they're here, they're eating in our restaurants, they're buying gas, they're going to stores. So we're seeing economic impact all around. On the back side of the park, you know, this week alone, we've got about 1,500 horses that are here competing, and they come from all over the U.S. You know, our competition season outside runs from about April 1st to about October 15th, and then we go inside. And it is a constant moving part with the number of horses that we have coming in and out every week.
I have house guests all the time now, and that's because everybody wants to come to Lexington for either the races, the sales, some conferences, continuing education events that we put on here, whether they're veterinarians or horse people, or they're coming to Brearfest, or they're coming to show at the horse park. And they come, and oftentimes if they're bringing friends, we can't even find them a hotel because they're all so busy. And we need to book in advance to get a place at a restaurant. We have this extraordinary luxury of having all these wonderful places to eat, things to do in our area, and a lot of those are brought by the horse stallers and the people that own those horses and bring so much to our area.
One of the things that I love to share is that tourism is a genuine economic driver for our state, and certainly that's true in Lexington. We love inviting folks here to spend the night in our hotels, to eat at our restaurants, to visit our retail establishments, and also take part in our attractions. And we also have to have an industry that is employed to make all those experiences happen. And we know that between payroll tax and sales tax, we are generating quite a bit of activity, not just for the state, but also here locally in Lexington. And for that, I believe that the value of the visitor is priceless.